There was this time that a friend of mine made jollof rice. Oh, the aroma of this jollof rice, eh? It was something else. I was already salivating where I was. But when they brought this jollof rice, I almost cried. Do you know why I almost cried? There was no taste. The flavor was not there at all. I could not even swallow the spoon. I was like, hey, how am I going to do this? So in this video, I'm going to show you how you're going to make your jollof rice such that every time you make your jollof rice, it will always come out flavorful. You will not get it wrong with the flavor. So pay attention as I make this jollof rice. So you'll be needing two large sized bell pepper. Then you'll be needing paprika about 7 or 8 pieces. You'd need tomato about 5 large sizes. Then for the scotch bonnet, maybe one or two. Make sure you remove the seeds from all of them. Remove the seeds. We're not going to be using the seeds so that it doesn't get too hot. So we're going to be using beetroot. You're going to wash your beetroot, peel it, and then we're going to, like this size I have here now. If you're grinding it, you just need about 1/3 of it. That's what you need to grind along with your pepper mix. Just 1/3 of it is enough. So, but I'm going to grind some, and then I like to see my beetroot. Like I want some at the end of the rice. At the end of the day, that I'm going to chew. So I'm going to slice some of it to add to the rice. I'm going to show you when I'm doing that. So the pepper has been grinded along with the beetroot, and this is what it looks like. We're going to be using one full onions. We'll slice it ring shape for this jollof rice. Okay, in a dry pot, I'm going to go in with some oil. We're going to pour the onions in there, fry the onions. We'll fry it for about 5 minutes. Fry the onions. So you want to make sure you're stirring it occasionally. So once it's looking like this, you know it's ready. And then you take it out. We're going to take out some of it, like half of it, and keep aside. Would use it while making the rice. Make sure you are stirring the onions occasionally. Make sure it doesn't burn, so it maintains a sweet flavor. So we're going to go in now with the pepper mix. Once you've poured in your pepper mix, you want to stir it. So I'm adding this is tomato, blended tomato with scotch bonnet. I had to add it because there was no tomato in the other fresh tomatoes in the one I grinded earlier, and I had this in the house, so I just had to add it. Allow this to boil. You're going to allow this boil up a bit, say for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to go in with my homemade seasoning. I would do a video very soon on how to make this as well. So you see how to make this homemade seasoning for your food. You can use it to spice or to season various food, your meat, your stew. You're going to go in with some salt to season it for taste. You're going to also go in with some seasoning cube as well. So add your meat stock. So I prefer using beef stock or turkey stock when making my jollof rice. You can use any other stock of your choice. Or maybe. So I'm going to add some water that will be enough to cook the rice. Going to turn it and then allow it to boil up. So at this point, you want to taste it. Taste it and make sure that it is tasting slightly salty. If it is not tasting that, if it's tasting normal, like I said earlier, then it is not okay. By the time you cook the rice, it will not be sweet. The flavor will not come out. So you want to make sure it is tasting a little bit salty, like saltier than normal. Not too salty that they will ask you if you've opened salt factory, but slightly salty. So we're going to allow the pepper mix to boil. We're going to wash our rice. For this one, I'm using 4 cups of rice. So I'll wash the rice. I've rinsed this rice already, if you can see. I've washed it, I've rinsed it thoroughly. So I like to parboil my rice, so that's why I'm putting it on fire while that is boiling. I'm putting the rice on fire. I'm going to boil it a bit with little water because I like to parboil my rice before I put it into my jollof rice mix. So I'll wait for this to boil up a bit. Since I'm parboiling the rice, I made sure I'm also boiling the pepper mix at the other side. So that it doesn't get soggy since I'm parboiling my rice. I already added, there's no need, or I didn't bother adding curry or thyme to this because the meat stock that I used already contained thyme, rosemary, and curry. So there was no need going in again with text. So I'm going to add the parboiled rice to the hot liquid, and once I've done that, I'll go in with my green peas. So I'm going to go in with a little coconut oil, which is about like say 1 tablespoon. You can use sesame oil as well. It's going to give it flavor. It will enhance the flavor. You won't even notice it's there, but to give it a unique taste. So I'm going to add the beetroot, the one I sliced and set aside. So it's going to soften and then I can eat it along with the rice. You can still taste it this at this point to be sure that its seasoning is okay. Make sure it is tasting slightly salty and then cover the pot for it to cook properly. When it's almost done, we're going to go in with the onions that we set aside. We're going to pour it into the rice. The rice is almost ready, so I'm going to go in with some meat and then cover it to cook up. Our rice is ready, so we're going to stir it. Look at this delicious goodness. If I did not tell you that this rice does not contain tin tomato or tomato paste, you will not know. So stir it thoroughly so that everything incorporates properly and is ready to serve. I'm going to remove the beetroot slices that are in there. See how beautiful the rice looks. Will you try this tomato paste free jollof rice? Let me know in the comment section.